Hi. Hi, it's Meg. Here are some important classroom English ideas. Some people say that classroom English are words for school, like pencil, pen, stand up, open your book, or I don't understand. And they say that social language are words for school and outside of school, like please and thank you, or game language or greetings. But I think it's okay to call all of it classroom English because in the classroom we say social language and we use those other classroom words. So let's call it all classroom English. We'll say that classroom English is everything that isn't what you're teaching in the textbook. So all the things for giving directions and saying hello and everything else we do in the classroom, let's just call that classroom English. Why is it important to try to use all English in English class? I know you know the answer to this, but maybe the other teachers you're going to train won't. So here's a way you can explain it. It's something called comprehensible input. Beginners are like empty refrigerators. They don't know anything. So this boy says, to make a sandwich, I need food. To speak English, I need English input. Input is the food that we give the learners for their brains. And so he needs, we need to put something in their brains before they can make English. So we can say output needs input. So input is English listening and reading. And it goes in your brain and you store it in your brain, and then that gives you something to say when you are outputting or talking or writing. So we need to put a lot of input into their brains. And the way that we have to do that is through something called comprehensible input. That's input that the learners can understand. And this is an idea by this man, Stephen Krashen. He is a professor at UC Los Angeles. His idea is that we need to give students some language that is understandable to them. Now, it shouldn't be at their current level of proficiency. What that means is it shouldn't be something that they 100% understand. But it shouldn't be something that's too hard. It should be something that is just a little bit above what they know right now. It's a little bit like the ZPD. We want to give them something a little bit harder than what they know right now so they can learn. But we want to give them scaffolding so they can understand it. And that's what comprehensible input is. It's giving them input that's scaffolded. It's a little bit harder than what they know, but we give them visuals or gestures so they understand. Another way to think about comprehensible input is this. This blue box is what students know now. But comprehensible input is giving them +1. That means a little extra and above what they already know. And the way that you could do this is through scaffolding. So classroom English is a great source of comprehensible input. So do these things. When you write your agenda or directions on the board, write them in English and use pictures. Students will see those words over and over again, and they will learn to remember what they mean if they see them every day. Narrate your daily actions. If you're going to erase the board, say, "Now I'm erasing the board." Or if you're going to turn on the computer, "I am turning on the computer." Students will see you doing the actions and hear those words, and if you say it again and again, they will learn to remember what those words mean. Give compliments in English, and don't just say "good job." Use lots of different kinds of compliments. And teach them social language when they're playing games or doing activities or saying hello. Give your routines in English. For example, one routine is getting students' attention. So use a way in English to do that, like 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Or like mac and cheese, everybody freeze. All right, there are lots of them that you can use that give a little extra English. Label your room in English. So put lots of English words around. On the chairs, right? Chair. On the table, table. And put up some posters with classroom English, like how do you spell? Or what does mean? Another way to help them with classroom English is to do a print-rich classroom. So you can see this picture of this classroom. There are lots of words on that wall, and a lot of the words have pictures next to them. So every day the students are going to look at those pictures and they will be able to recognize the words because of the pictures. We call this a print-rich classroom. Print means words. You know what rich means. It means a lot of something. So it's a classroom that has lots of words. So the benefits of a print-rich environment are that students build up a sight vocabulary. A sight vocabulary is it's your memory of words. So it's how many words you have in your brain, stored in your memory. So the more words students have memorized or they have in their brain, it will help them read and write faster, and it's going to really help with phonics. To teach phonics the right way, they need to have a lot of words already. So one way to help with that is to leave up your posters so students can use them later. If you use a poster to teach something, leave it on the wall. So here's some other ways to have a print-rich classroom. Write simple directions for everything and use pictures. Write your agenda in English with pictures. Put up posters with classroom English. Show the words when you teach new vocabulary. I have some resources for you on Schoology in this folder. Some of them are posters that you can put on the wall. Some of them are visual instruction cards. Those are cards that you can use to give instructions. Some of them are cheers that you can show the students, like 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Or those are management chants. And then some of them are compliments and cheers. You can show them those words. And I also have some links to some websites with good classroom English. Another thing you could do is keep making this list that we started of words that you hear your teachers say a lot. And finally, in Emily's class, you're going to develop some training materials for your teachers when you go back to Japan, teaching them some classroom English. So if you have any questions, please write them down and ask me in class.